Welcome to the EAT Radio Podcast, and here's your host, Cullen Pope from EAT Magazine.
Hi, it's Cullen here, and welcome back. And I'm very lucky enough to be in North Melbourne, and I'm at the WOWOWA Architecture. Is that right?
Yes, that's perfect. WOWOWA Architecture.
Okay, I'm at WOWOWA Architecture, and I'm with Mon. Mon, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself and about the crowdfunding project that we're going to be sharing with everyone today?
Yes, so we are an architecture practice. We cut our teeth on really fabulous, colourful, engaging, amazing family homes. We were really keen to sort of stretch, flex some different muscles and get into the civic work that we were doing before we started our practice. We ran a design studio through Monash down on Princess Priya to put a new high school in Princess Priya, and we were working a lot in the area.
Right.
There was a big exhibition at the Port Melbourne Primary School where we presented 16 speculative projects, and we thought it was a really amazing opportunity to actually present the pool as well. We'd been commissioned by some local residents to do some images, do some visualizations. We worked together with a friend of ours called Andre Bernice to generate some beautiful images to actually, I guess, garner support, get excited about the potential of doing this. About 20 years ago, there was a feasibility study that was done in roughly the same area. The area we're talking about is on the beach. It's a seaside pool for Port Melbourne, sitting next to the Port Melbourne Yacht Club. So the idea was that potentially you would rejuvenate some of the facilities there. You would upgrade them. The beach itself in that particular area it's not overly used. It sort of is, but it's not as beautiful as it could be maybe. And so we decided we would put a pool there. We did some really quick images, and then the feedback that we got at this trivia night that we exhibited at was really, really incredible. And so we sort of thought, well, why don't we just take it one step further and do a crowdfunding? So
brilliant. And so your crowdfunding, I guess this is what we call stage one crowdfunding, isn't it? And you're trying to raise, at this stage, $15,000. And what is that stage one funding for exactly?
Yeah. So I guess we felt that we maybe needed a mandate from the people. We'd gotten a lot of anecdotes of how amazing that would be, and so, but really all we'd done is these few images. We'd had some success previously. We managed to secure state government funding for a footy club out in Narre Warren, and so that's about to start construction, which is really, really great. But basically that was off the back of doing a really quick feaso and generating images that allow people to buy into the idea.
Right.
And so we sort of thought, well, we'll do the same thing here, but really because it's such an environmentally sensitive sort of proposal, we need to sort of get advice, get excited. Part of the feaso really for that 15 grand, I guess, is to have community workshops and some information sessions. And so really that's about allowing people to almost have a mechanism for taking control of their community. I think there was a lot of anger over what happened at Fisherman's Bend. It sort of felt like, the place was sort of carved up and sold off, and there wasn't really that, planning in that area. There wasn't the social and public infrastructure, parks, schools weren't really accounted for. And I think that people felt there was a lack of control there. And so I guess we sort of thought it would be really popular to allow people to have that voice and a say about their community.
Right. And so I guess you tell us about this image that we're looking at now, because I know this area very well. I feel like I'm down there. I feel I can hear the ocean. I can feel the sea breeze almost. Do you want to just tell us a little bit about that image?
So the first image is really important because it really sets up the context for the space. You've got the Spirit of Tasmania, obviously Princess Pier would be behind that. I guess it's sort of this dreamy image that sort of starts to talk about a pool by the beach. it was never really about sort of designing the actual thing. It was more about, how do we communicate the fact that we could have kids and families, and in the crowdfunding campaign we talk a lot about how sort of Australian or quintessential it is to be by the beach, and the Biennale, the Architecture Biennale, the exhibition was this beautiful pool, and it sort of felt like there was this appetite. Today we had a meeting with Yarra Pools, who were trying to put a pool on the Yarra, and they're doing some amazing work there, and it kind of was this idea, that was in the Yarra, what if it's by the beach, and start to sort of conjure up Bondi sort of iceberg-esque sort of deal, and getting these beautiful palm trees in to kind of make it feel a bit Miami maybe, or a bit sort of glitzy or something, and then it's got, you can start to see on the right of the image that the building would sort of open up to the sea, allow for families and, I don't know, cocktails, or maybe not cocktails by the beach, but maybe they're a bit further back. I don't know. Like, that's the point of the feasibility.
Almost, to me, it looks like a little bit of what I would call sort of Port Melbourne chic in a way, isn't it? It's kind of sort of like beach chic. And then I guess the whole vision of it being so close to the water, and I guess you've got a spa pool off to the other side there,
yeah, why not?
For example, why not? And it really looks very warm and friendly. And so I know that you've had so far a tremendous amount of support. You certainly picked it up on an article I read on the web.
Yeah.
And then when we began to have a look at the amount of support you've got, you must be surprised.
Yeah, it's been incredible. We sort of launched it. Not really. Maybe I didn't sort of plan as much as I should have. The plan was to get it online and then to sort of see what happened then.
Sure.
And it was in the Age, and it sort of blew up from there. We've got, it feels like every hour we were getting phone calls from people just in support, and some really very impressive people who were like, hey, what if this was a lagoon? I'm like, sure, if I guess that's the point of the FISO, that actually if we got the feedback that it wanted to be a tennis court, then maybe we'd, I don't know, imagine that it would be a tennis court, or it could be something else. And I guess that was a really important part. But I guess the feedback was that people would really like a pool here. But yeah, I went on 774, and that was, we got a lot of feedback from that, which was really cool. So yeah, it's been really surprising and fabulous.
Yeah, and I guess the other beautiful thing is, for many people, you can join the crowdfunding campaign for, is it little as $20 or
Yes.
something? You can make a donation, and lots of people have come on board with that. You've also had some really exciting corporate sponsors. There's quite a few corporates humming around now.
Yes.
And I guess, did you anticipate that?
I presented it on Monday night at a event called Process, that's run by sort of emerging architects, I guess. That was sponsored by Dulux. It just happened to be, last year I won an Emerging Architect Prize, a Dulux study tour. And so, we really spoke about, or I spoke about it at that talk, how we visited Studio Octopi in London. And so they were the pioneers of crowdfunding pool projects in the UK, and so I feel like there was this really amazing tie-in.
Okay.
And then but Austral have come on board. A lot of people have come on board. So
fantastic. Do you want to just give us some detail on the second image that we are looking at now? Because I think it's a very it's a very green-looking image. Do you want to tell me what's happening there?
Yeah. So the second image is an aerial view, a bird's eye view. It's starting to communicate the connectivity of Port Melbourne, and how the yacht club and this proposal is really connected to the shops and the cafes. There's a lot of restaurants are starting to come on board and say, hey, this would really benefit our business, and so we've been getting a lot of support from them. I guess it sort of talks about the proximity to the water. It was really important to the locals. Rohan Cresp was a key local who's really keen on keeping the car park, and so I guess we live in a Google age. We were wanting to create something kind of iconic from Google as well, and so we decided it could be really great to put a green roof over the top of the car park, and so giving maybe some elevation. We've had different people come on board and say, hey, maybe it could be it could be a cafe up there. But I guess like the original intention was that it could big green space. So you could use it in spring and autumn without a towel. The idea that you could sort of go hang out at the beach, impromptu, was really attractive. One of our main precedents was Cottesloe Beach, where it's got these green, grassy, tiered spaces by the beach. And, I sort of fell in love with that and thought, hey, how can we create that here? Yeah. One of the 774 feedback was, no matter how much money you spend, you can never turn it into Cottesloe Beach. I went, yes, good point. But, the thing is that you could make this area extremely beautiful and in its own right. And I think, I personally love all of that sort of infrastructure that makes, the iconic image of Port Melbourne. And you could imagine that, as the people arrive from the Spirit of Tasmania, that voyage, it could be an extremely iconic sort of gateway.
It looks like a beer garden to me.
Slash beer garden.
But I guess there's plenty of beer gardens across the road, really, when you think about it, in a sense. Although there's not many gardens, there's plenty of beer. So it's certainly good to see some garden there in that space. Okay, brilliant. And do you want to just tell us about the third image? Because I know that I guess it's a really good, clear, clean vision of what it can look like, what it can feel like. And I know that certainly a lot of people were very attracted to that image in terms of its whole, it looked like it had already happened.
Yeah. And so, I guess from the roadside, it would be this beautiful undercroft where you would have protection from the rain and the sun. But then to the front side, I guess it's the party. Beach sort of party vibe. That's what we're going for. The sort of glimmering pink, green, sort of brownie marsupial sort of feel. It was a bit Miami, as you said, St Kilda, Port Melbourne chic, the palm trees and just sort of glamming it up a bit. That was sort of the idea.
Brilliant. And is this your first foray into crowdfunding in a sense? Yes,
very, very first.
Okay, and has it been a bit of a shock?
Yeah, it's been, but on some level, it's been so encouraging. Just the amount of support that we've got. That's been really crazy. People are so willing to just donate their time, donate any help that they can give. A lot of people have been tweeting it out. We haven't even sort of asked people to. It's been really, really cool. And so I guess that's the enthusiasm that we're hoping to garner.
Okay, brilliant. And just, I guess, wrapping it up, I know that so people can certainly donate, and there's various, tiers of donations that people can make, from very small amounts right up to those large corporate amounts. Yes. And I guess, obviously, if you were to ask people if they wanted to do anything else to help, I guess that this is a good opportunity to, ask people to tweet it out. I know you've got a fantastic 3-minute video, which would be good to share.
Yes.
And I guess sharing this interview as well. Mm-hmm. And is there anything else that you'd ask people to do if they want to get more involved in other ways as you move through the project? I guess almost into stage 2. Yeah. What sort of support are you looking for perhaps in stage 2 once you get there?
Well, we're hoping that major players come on board. One of the most important, rewards is the invitation to the community workshop. Like, we're really wanting people to get involved. We're wanting people to come, bring a towel, and we'll do this community workshop on the beach.
Right.
That was, we've had, unlimited swims for a year. We've set up a board of champions. Right. So, I'm hoping this will just be massive. Right. We just have so many names on this board of champions. So, and then obviously, the corporate sponsors. But, I guess we are just wanting people to participate and to sort of, vote with their clickers or their wallets, just because to get to stage 2, which is kind of going, okay, well, we've got here, obviously there's a mandate, people are excited about it, like, can we actually crowdsource fees? I don't know, that hasn't been done before. That's uncharted territory, and I guess we're starting to talk with the council and some heavy hitter, some big players to sort of try and work out how this would work, because there's a lot of conflict, issues, and you need to be transparent and everything needs to be open. And so I guess we're sort of just learning as we go, but Brilliant. Everyone's being great. So
thanks. And we're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, Antstand.
Introducing Ant Stand, the most portable laptop stand in the world. So portable, in fact, you'll forget you're carrying it. Turn your laptop into a monitor with Ant Stand. The Ant Stand will hold an 11-inch MacBook Air all the way up to a 17-inch MacBook Pro for maximum versatility. The unique design allows the maximum airflow to keep your laptop cool while raising the screen to eliminate neck and shoulder pain. Available in bamboo and aluminum. Visit antstand.com to get yours today. That's ANTSTAND.com.
Welcome back, and let's...
So it starts from good.com/Seaside Pool Melb. You know, when the campaign is over, you can also get some details, and we'll be putting updates all the time at WOWOWA.com.au, which is our website for our practice.
All right, brilliant. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers.
Thank you.
If you're a listener in the US, you can simply text the word EATMAG, which is EATTMAG, and if you want that in Echo, art, technology, travel, M for Maggie, A for Apple, G for Grapple, it's EATMAG, and you can text that if you're in the US now to 1480-418-1411. If you're in Australia, you simply text the word EATMAG to 61428-479-700. If you're in the United Kingdom, in the UK, Scotland, England, Wales, you can text Ireland as well. You can text EATMAG to 447903567718. And if you're in Canada, you can simply text EATMAG to 1587 800 4323. And you can just replay those numbers. I know it sounds like there's a lot of numbers in there, but wherever you are, you can just text EATMAG from those 4 countries if you're in there, and we'll send you some instructions, and you can basically subscribe to our updates that way. So really pleased to finally get that off the ground, and thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.